Our teacher locked us in during a fire alarm because she wasn't done teaching. What happened next changed school policy forever. Last month, I was sitting in Mrs. Harmon's AP Literature class when the fire alarm triggered. Instead of following protocol, Mrs. Harmon calmly walked to the door and turned the lock. This is the third alarm this semester, she announced, returning to her PowerPoint on after. The administration needs to stop interrupting critical instruction time. We have exactly 2 weeks until your AP exams. Several students exchanged nervous glances. Required to waste 20 minutes standing in the parking lot for another false alarm? No thank you, Mrs. Harmon clicked to her next slide. The principal knows my position on these disruptions. 5 minutes passed. The alarm continued blaring. Most of us had stopped paying attention to the lecture, distracted by the persistent noise and growing unease. Then Elena, who sat by the window, stood up suddenly. Here is smoke coming from the science wing. We rushed to look. Black smoke was indeed billowing from windows 2 floors below us. This was no drill. It's probably just a chemistry experiment gone wrong, Mrs. Harmon said dismissively, though I noticed uncertainty flash across her face. Return to your seats immediately. That's when my phone vibrated with a group text from my brother in Persect. Abatilif fire in chem lab. Evacuating now. Where are you guys? I showed my screen to Aiden beside me, who passed his phone around showing similar messages. Mrs. Harmon intercepted it, read the screen, and remarkably still hesitated. Even if there is a minor incident, we're safer here than trampling each other in stairwells, she insisted. Tyler, our normally quiet class president, stood up. Mrs. Harmon, I am calling 911. He pulled out his phone and dialed while walking to the door. The lock requires a key from inside too? Mrs. Harmon clutched her lanyard defensively. This is insubordination. This is survival, Tyler replied, reporting our situation to emergency services. Within minutes, we heard heavy footsteps in the hallway, followed by commanding knocks. Fire department, is anyone in there? We're locked in. Several voices shouted. The firefighter tried the handle, then radioed for assistance. We need tools for door breach on 3rd floor east wing. We have students trapped. Mrs. Harmon finally seemed to grasp the severity of the situation. She fumbled with her keys, hands shaking as she unlocked the door. 2 firefighters in full gear stood there, looking incredulous. Why weren't these students evacuated? One demanded, while the other urgently directed us toward the stairwell. The smoke had already reached our hallway. We covered our mouths with our shirts as the firefighters escorted us down the emergency stairwell and outside. The scene in the parking lot was chaotic. Freber frantically counted students while administrators tried to determine who was missing. When our class emerged as a group, our principal's relief quickly transformed into fury upon learning why we were last out. The fire, caused by an electrical short in the chemistry lab's exhaust system, had spread to 3 classrooms. Since everyone evacuated safely, though 2 students were treated for minor smoke inhalation. The aftermath was swift and decisive. Mrs. Harmon was immediately placed on administrative leave pending investigation. The school board convened an emergency session where students, parents, and firefighters testified. Tyler's 911 call was played during the hearing. When asked why he took such initiative, his response went viral locally. When the adult in charge prioritizes a test score over 28 lives, someone else has to be the adult. Mrs. Harmon was terminated the following week. More importantly, the district implemented new safety policies. All classroom doors are now prohibited from locking from the inside during school hours. Teachers who fail to immediately evacuate during alarms face automatic suspension. Students who report safety violations are granted immunity from disciplinary action. Monthly safety drills now include scenarios for when authority figures make wrong decisions. Last week, Tyler was honored by the fire department for his quick thinking. The fire chief told us something I'll never forget. Rules and authority only work when they protect people. When they endanger you instead, questioning them isn't just your right, it's your responsibility. Sometimes the most important lesson isn't in the curriculum. It's in learning when to stand up, speak out, and walk away, even when the person you are walking away from is standing at the front of the classroom.